What's happening, guys? These are my predictions for UFC Fight Night. Alex Perez against Matheus Nicolau. Let's get right into it because I don't think this is actually going to be that bad of a fight card. I don't think the Apex fight card is always that bad. There will be some boring ass fights though, so let's get into them. First fight of the night, Mahashate against Gabriel Benitez. Gabriel Benitez is 35 and just came off a loss from Jim fucking Miller. Okay. Mahashate is also coming off a loss, TKO loss to Borhachev. I'm just going to say it right now. I think Mowgli is going to get KO'd in the first round. I believe in Mahashate. He's 24. He's a young guy. I think that after this KO loss to Borhachev, he's going to really understand what he needs to do defensively because he was not defending those calf kicks. If Gabriel can get those calf kicks going, he might have a chance to deaden the leg, but it really didn't seem like it was doing too much. I feel like the hands were more bothering him against Borhachev. So, first round, I think that Mowgli's going to be getting those calf kicks off, but then lunging with those power rights. And you can't do that against Mahashate. He's going to counter you. He's going to hit you with that straight right. I think Mowgli's going to go to sleep. First fight of the night, KO, round 1 by Mahashate. Pretty cool start, in my opinion. Next fight, Ivana Petrovic against Na Liang. Hope I'm saying those names right. I'm just going to say, I don't know why Na Liang, aka Dragon Girl, I'm going to call her Dragon Girl so I don't screw up her name. I don't know why Dragon Girl still has a fucking job. I don't know why. She's lost the last 3 of her fights, all by KO or TKO. She does not have a chin. She wants to get a sub, but she can't get people down. She can't keep them down. She is not strong. What is she doing here? Now Ivana, she lost her debut fight against Carolina. Carolina was a pretty big test for her, I think, starting out in the UFC. So I think she's going to take it to this Dragon Girl. And I think Dragon Girl's finally going to get shoved out of this bitch. Because you don't belong. I'm sorry. You don't. You don't at all. First round, I think Dragon Girl's going to be really putting it on Ivana. I think Ivana's going to really evade that pressure very well. Might get a takedown on her. Second round, I think she's going to catch Dragon Girl. She'll catch her while she's falling, probably take her back, and then I think there will be a second round sub for Ivana. Let's just move on from this fight because Dragon Girl shouldn't be around. Next fight at lightweight, we got Chris Padilla against James Lontop. Chris Padilla is coming in on short notice, like 6 days notice, something like that, 7 days notice. So I would hope that his conditioning is good enough to be in this fight. I don't think so. I'm going to go with James Lontop with a round 3 TKO because I love his body work. I don't really like the way he fights, but I really like his body work. I think over the rounds, first round, Chris Padilla might be able to get him to the ground, do some of his own work. James is going to get up because I think he has a great ability of getting off the ground from his back. He's going to get up, be doing some work, not really like pawing a bit and then throwing a right. But then he's going to start going to the body, digging left hooks, right hooks, going up to the chin. Once he starts getting that work in, the gas tank is just going to get diminished. And by round 3, I think we will see James just ramming the body up against the fence. Padilla's going to fall. Ref's going to come in. Round 3, TKO for James Lontop. Next fight, Caitlin Souza against Marnik Mann. So I've been watching Caitlin Souza's fights, and she's honestly kind of like a Jessica Andrade that cannot strike. I don't know how she got to this point, but congrats, because you've really just fooled everyone, in my opinion. I don't think Caitlin Souza's a good fighter at all. I don't really think Marnik Mann's a good fighter either. But she can hang in there a little bit. She can hang in there. She had a terrible loss on Dana White Contender Series. Terrible loss. Doesn't matter. I think that Marnik Mann, with her wrestling, is going to be able to keep Caitlin Souza down. And I'm going to go with a decision win for Mann. I'm pretty sure she's the underdog too. So I got her by decision. Let's go on to the next fight. Dontel Mays against Caio Machado. Dontel trains with John Jones. How big is that going to affect this whole thing? I don't think it will. Don't think it matters. I really don't think he's that good. He's a striker, but I'm pretty sure he's gotten a few KOs. He has power there, but every heavyweight has freaking power. You guys are 260. Caio is pretty much just another big guy that can strike, but can also take Dontel down and can get subs. Not a lot of thought going into this. I've watched both of them fight. I've watched their past fights and all that, study them a bit. And I think this is going to be a round 2 submission for Caio Machado with a rear naked choke after really gassing out Dontel Mays in the first round. I think he's going to gas him out. Second round, they're going to come in. You're just going to see fatigue from Mays. And that's when he's going to catch him, maybe take him down, and then just work for that sub, and then he'll eventually get it. So like I said, round 2 submission for Caio Machado. On to the next fight, the fight of the teachers. The Polish teacher against the American teacher. Austin Hubbard against Michael Figlak. I don't know, guys. Like, these guys are boring. That's all I got to say. They might scrap it out. Figlak's called Mad Dog. I don't know, guys. I don't even want to talk about this fight because it's so bad. Austin Hubbard lost his tough finale fight and still got a contract. What? Why? Leave. We don't want you. Kurt Holloway submitted you. So, what? Anyway, I think this is going to be a unanimous decision win for Michael Figlak. I think he's going to outstrike Austin Hubbard. And that's all it is to it. I don't think this will be an entertaining fight at all. So let's just go on to the next one with the freaking 39-year-old Ronnie Yaya against Victor Henry, the actual NPC UFC fighter. This fight literally pisses me off that they bunched these two together. Why? It's like the UFC knows there's certain fighters that shouldn't be on the UFC card or roster, and they're like, let's just put them to fight each other and see who loses their job first. What? It's very upsetting. Anyway, Yaya, he can fight. Like, he's been around a long time. But I just think that Victor Henry is going to outscale him on the feet. I think he's going to be too fast. I don't necessarily think he has any power to take out Yaya. So I hope I'm saying these names right because, man. But, yeah, I'm going to go with a Victor Henry decision win over Ronnie. Let's go on to the next one for Tim Means versus Euros Medic. Now, the Dirty Bird, this dude likes to scrap, and Medic does not. He likes to point fight. He wants to hit you with his long strikes. Okay, if I'm looking at his notes, he's coming off a sub loss. Yeah, his good body kicks, decent dirty boxing, going for that clinch work, can be taken down. And we know what Tim Means can do. Tim Means wants to get dirty. Dirty. And Medic, I know he's the favorite here, but I have a feeling that Tim Means is going to fraud check this boy. Fraud check this boy. And he's going to come out with a split. No, I'll go unanimous decision win over Eros Medic. Yeah. Next fight, Jonathan Pierce against David Onama. This should be a very fun fight, in my opinion. These guys are going to want to scrap. Jonathan Pierce does not give a flying fuck. Okay, this guy throws flying knees. If I'm looking at his shit right now, yeah, this guy goes crazy. He has good calf kicks. He has good striking. Doesn't really have the most power. Now with David Onama, he's been in scraps with like Nate Landwehr. He got gassed. He gets gassed because he has that fast twitch muscle. But in my opinion, David Onama, the silent assassin, he's going to be too athletic for Jonathan Pierce. I think this will be a scrap through all 3 rounds. But in the 3rd round, I believe that David Onama will catch Jonathan Pierce. He'll catch him. He'll probably stumble. Left hook, boom, straight right. Drops Jonathan against the cage. Maybe hits him one or two more times. Ref comes in. Round 3, TKO for David Onama. On to the next one. Honada Denise against Austin Lane. Austin Lane is just a big guy. He's just a really big guy. He's 6'6", and he got KO'd by Tafa. He's a Dana White Contender Series alumni, but so is Denise. And Denise has an incredible kickboxing record and history. So if Austin Lane is getting knocked out by Tafa, I'm sorry, but Denise is going to whoop your ass. He's going to show you who a real fucking fighter is. You don't know how to strike, Austin Lane. I'm sorry. I think Denise is going to show levels in the heavyweight division with striking. I love his striking. I think he's great. I think this is going to be a round 1 KO for Denise and just mops the floor with Austin Lane. I don't know how long this will be. I'd take under a round and a half, to be honest. But let's get on to the next fight, which is Karine Silva against Ariane Lipski. Now, this chick, Karine Silva, she fucking knows her shit. She's a Dana White Contender Series alum. She has gotten subs in all her UFC fights. Contender Series, guillotine choke. First fight in the UFC, Darce choke. No first fight jitters. Next fight against Caitlin Souza, pops that knee. And then the next fight that she just had, won by a guillotine choke in the last second. She's a fucking animal. But so is Ariane Lipski. She's not doing too bad. She's on a 3-fight win streak. Just got an armbar win against Casey O'Neill. No one thought that was going to happen. She beat Melissa Gatto by split decision. Seems like she's kind of coming into her own right now. She lost to Priscilla Cachoeira by round 1 punches. I'm pretty sure she got caught there, and Priscilla's just scary. But ever since, she's been on a run. But this Karine Silva is fucking different, dude. She's different. I think the first round is going to be very competitive between these two. Very competitive. Striking going back and forth. Calf kicks, body kicks, straight punches, everything in their arsenal. Second round, though. Karine Silva is going to teach her who the real fucking Brazilian baddie is. Not when it comes to looks, but when it comes to being a fucking badass. Because Karine Silva will catch her, drop Ariane Lipski, and then get the sub in the second round. That's what I think. So let's go on to the next fight. That Korean Silva fight versus Ariane Lipski. I think that'll be pretty fucking fun. This is the co-main. Ryan Spann versus Bogdan Guskov. Bogdan Guskov. Like, he's accurate and he has power. I don't know what else there really is about him. Like, he looks like Skeletor. He was fighting cans, I feel like. So, and Ryan Spann, the athleticism from Ryan Spann, freaking his power. He just lost to Anthony Smith, and that is something that I have to think about here. But if I think back to when he jabbed Reyes and dropped him, when he guillotine choked Iwan, I think Anthony Smith just has his number. I don't give a fuck. I don't like this Skeletor looking motherfucker. I don't need to explain to you guys why I'm going to pick Ryan Spann. I'm going to go with Ryan Spann, round 2, KO over Bogdan. I think his arms are way too wide open. When he punches, he's just swinging like a weirdo. I think someone like Ryan Spann, who's actually accurate, is going to catch him on the chin, but I think it'll take a round. I think the first round he's going to really be absorbing the information from Bogdan, and then boom, second round, just storch him, Spann. Get this Skeletor looking fucker out of here. Next fight, the main event, Matheus Nicolau versus Alex Perez. Matheus Nicolau is boring as fuck. Watch his fights. They're so boring. I could barely study him because of how boring he is. You boring fighter. You're just a higher level NPC, in my opinion. At least Alex Perez tries to fight. If you look at his past fights, yeah, he's been fucked up. But at least he tries to scrap. He's a Contender Series alumni from 2017. Like, this guy's had every fight in the world canceled. Literally, let's count these. This is insane. He was supposed to fight Tagir Ulanbekov, Manel Cap, Kai Kara France, Amir Albazi, Askar Askarov. I said that wrong. Matt Schnell. Oh my god, Matt Schnell. This guy doesn't get fights. Alex Perez, I don't know what's going on. He lost to Muhammad Mokaev in a fight where some people were like, okay, Perez did not actually do bad at all. And then Matheus, his last fight, coming off the loss to Brandon Royval with a knee. That was a while back. He beat Matt Schnell. He beat David Dvorak, beat Tim Elliott, beat Manel Cap before that. Split decision, which Manel Cap probably won that fight. I think Alex Perez is going to be able to control him against the cage, control him on the ground. The striking might be an issue, but I don't think Matheus strikes enough. I think he literally just runs around the cage, throws a few counter strikes, somehow fucking wins these fights. He has manipulated the point system to where he can win these fights. Fuck that. I want Alex Perez to get this win. I'll be so mad if Nikolai wins. I think he literally kills this division. He's so boring. I'll say it one more time. Boring. But yeah, I'm going to go Alex Perez decision win over Matheus Nicolau. Those were my picks. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe. Come back another time. Thank you.